getting the initial rates that are coming in there. And it's a little bit more tricky for the bulls. You'd have liked actually a 100-point downtick because then it opens up in that slot of around 19,500 odd. The cut we're getting is only around 40-50 points. Now it's getting a little deeper. Now you're getting an 80-point downtick, which, from a bullish perspective, it's not such a bad thing. You'd like to see the market starting off closer to around the support zone. And then if you're brave enough, maybe you go ahead and buy that. But otherwise, global cues are muddled. So please take note of that. Stocks that are losing out. Eicher Motors is down close to around 2.5%. Crude oil prices have corrected by close to around 4.5-5% overnight. ONGC is down close to around 2.5%. Hindalco as well opening up with a cut of around 2%. And Maruti, the numbers, well, if you look at it, it's fairly tepid. So that's why that one as well opening up with a cut. Auto sales numbers continue to take center stage. You have Mahindra and Mahindra. That's up close to around 1%. Those numbers look pretty good. From the broader markets, just one stock I wanted to focus on. The street likes what Vedanta has done from now. It's a stopgap arrangement for now, because they are able to move ahead if they want to go ahead and sell one asset if the demerger gets approval. So for the time being, after the 6% bump up that we saw in Friday's trading session, you're having the stock up close to around 4%. Let's see whether or not it holds on to these gains. But clearly the street for the time being, well, they're giving it some bit of a chance out there. And maybe there are a lot of shots in the system as well, which could be getting squeezed out a little bit. What else would be?
Okay, ONGC is cooling off. Oil prices have cooled off 5%. ONGC has had a nice trading play over the last couple of days. So there's some money coming off over there. Then some of the other big names that have started weak, Reliance, not really supporting the bulls case. Neither are banks, actually. Overall, banks are down. Kotak, HDFC Bank, all of these names starting off on the lower side. ITC is lower as well in terms of the big boys. So Nifty not really finding support. TCS not working. Most of these IT names, Infosys not working. So it's a weak start, 100 down. Let's see what's happening in the broader markets. In terms of stocks in focus, we had good numbers from TVS Motors, probably was the best of the lot in terms of auto sales. You're not seeing much, it's about a 0.5% increase coming in there. Good business update from Federal Bank, about 1% higher over there. So those are the news makers. Otherwise, even in the mid-cap market, there is a fair amount of caution. RVNL announced more order wins, 3% up on that stock. NMDC Steel, not NMDC, but NMDC Steel is starting slightly positive as well. Otherwise, it's fairly quiet, you'd have to say, in the mid-cap market. RBL Bank, a stock that Nishchal likes a lot, he was just speaking about it, slightly lower. So, Prashant, I think for what we can say safely is that people are taking their time, coming back, digesting all the news flow. Starting 100 down, the question is, will the buyers come in and when they come in?
Yeah, no, I think absolutely. So, give it time and let the market tell you, prices tell you what they want to do because there's too much going on. The level to watch would be 19,492, which we put out in the morning, which is nothing but Thursday's low. And it'll be interesting to see if you're able to hold on to that level. Basically, in 19,500, we are closer to 19,500 than we are to 19,600 now. That's the Nifty. Let's just look at the Nifty Bank as well, which had a positive close, which starts down 0.5% today. So on the Bank Nifty, we are once again slightly below the 78% retracement of the August low to the September high. This got taken out on the upside on Friday, but with today's 0.5% lower start, we are back under it. Vedanta has given up 3% from the day's high, but again, like the market, Vedanta will also take time to find its footing. So up, gap up of 4%, up 1.5%. Let's see. RVNL is up 3.25%. So it's the second largest volume traded name. Marico is coming up with about a 3% gain, 578 on Marico. Ease My Trip is coming up with 2.33% gain. There is Mahanagar Gas, which comes up. It's got a 3.33% gain right now. And suddenly, volumes suddenly drop off. So after the list that I mentioned, there's Heidelberg, which is up 4%. Heidelberg is at about 186 this morning. Safari, which is the luggage maker, 5% on Safari, 4,100 plus on that one. Shakti Pumps is coming up with about a 2.5%, but volumes then start to thin out. There are more names, but we'll kind of wait to put these out. But that's what's coming up on the broader market with stuff which is doing well. On the downside, the big volume activity, MCX should come up. MCX is down 1.33%. A lot of drama over the last 2 or 3 days on MCX, although the setback came through, I think, on Thursday post-market hours. Friday, the stock sold off and then recovered. It was not a very sort of negative close or anything on Friday. It's down 2% this morning. Eicher Motors is down 2 3/4, and Bandhan Bank is down 2% as well. ONGC, Hindalco, Varun Beverages, Oro Pharma. Suddenly, volumes are opening up on the downside on lots of these names, which was not the case when we started. Supreme Industries, another big outperformer, is starting with a 2% cut. Stocks at about 4,040 or so. So triple-digit cut, 100 points of 19,532 on the Nifty.